Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you happen to be listening to this. I'm Andy, and unless I'm mistaken, you probably came here from the player side of the screen, which is the blog that I run on role-playing games. If you're not, then I'm actually slightly amazed, because it's nothing short of miraculous that you managed to find this channel, not being linked to it from the blog. And this is the little surprise I was alluding to on Tuesday. I've decided that I'm going to try a bit of an experiment in terms of blogging. Instead of doing a post on Tuesday and a post on Friday, I'm actually going to start doing a video blog on Fridays, which is going to be most of the regular content for the player side of the screen. Tuesdays are going to be split between recaps for the Godblind campaign and the Unspent campaign. And Friday is more or less going to be my catch-all for talking to you, the audience, in a more face-to-face fashion. The way this is going to work is two different parts. The first part is what I call the stat block. That's where I essentially rant for probably 2 to 3 minutes on whatever facet of role-playing games happens to be interesting me at the moment. Maybe there's a post I read somewhere, or an idea just popped into my mind that I want to touch on a bit more. Second is what I call my crit hits and fumbles portion. That is going to be a review of some role-playing game that I've at the very least read through. I have a bunch of them stored on my hard drive in electronic format, and I haven't really gotten a chance to ruminate about them and give feedback on them. And there's some really interesting stuff in there. Also stuff that you probably didn't know about, and that should probably be introduced to the wider public. There's going to be a lot of free RPG reviews there, which means that you'll be perfectly able to get access to them. The review will touch on the basic idea of the game, what I think of the game, and then it's going to boil down to 3 different parts. The crit hit, which is the part of the game that I feel really did the best in a spectacular fashion. The fumble, which is the part of the game that didn't really come off so well and something they really needed to work on. And where the game took 10. In essence, where it's sort of average and could be improved upon and has a chance to be spectacular if they'd only put a bit more work into it or done something more radical with it. So, a crit hit, a fumble, and taking 10. And that's going to be my review of whatever game it is for that week. I don't have one for you this week because this is just the introductory post, if you will. And it'll start off simple like that. I might from time to time throw in a closing comment on a post that I saw during the week. And we'll see how this goes from here. I'm sorry the production values aren't terribly great. It's a cheap webcam and not really much editing going into it, but if it gets better, if it picks up, we'll see how the quality goes. So, I look forward to seeing you next week. Stay tuned.